Want to see how all the notes in your Obsidian vault are connected? Graph View gives you a visual map of those connections, and in this video I'll show you how it works and how you can use it to explore your notes. I'll use the same Prog Trip Vault we've been working with in previous videos. To open Graph View, click Open Graph View in the ribbon on the left side of Obsidian. At first, you might see quite a few circles connected by lines. Each circle represents a note, which Obsidian calls a node, and each line represents an internal link between two notes. You can interact with the graph in a few different ways. If I hover over a note, Obsidian highlights its connections, making it easier to see how that note relates to the others. I can also click a note to open it or right-click it to see additional actions. To move around the graph, I can simply drag it with my mouse, and I can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. The graph options appear in the top right corner in a panel with several sections, including filters, groups, display, and forces. The search files option lets me filter the graph using a search term. For example, I can search for Old Town, and Obsidian will narrow the graph to notes that match that search. There are also several toggles that control what appears in the graph. I'll turn on tags to include tags in the graph. Tags appear as their own items, so I can see how they're connected to my notes. The orphans option shows notes that don't have any links to other notes. This can be useful if I want to find isolated notes that I might want to connect to the rest of my vault. There's another version of Graph View that's worth knowing about: Local Graph. The regular Graph View shows connections across your entire vault, while the local graph focuses on the note you're currently viewing and the notes connected to it. For example, if I open my Prague Castle note and open the local graph, I can focus specifically on the notes related to Prague Castle instead of looking at the entire vault. This can be especially useful once you have a large number of notes because the full graph can become quite busy. Graph View isn't something you need to use every time you open Obsidian, but it can be a great way to explore your vault, discover connections, and see how your notes are connected. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.